With it right here with who I started with. I'm something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, 8 Uno Central Coast. Mom and suicide. Feelings arsonist. I step in the booth and gas. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
We're back at it here in Chicano Street Studio for the first of a series of reactions because you guys have been messaging me. Let's go ahead and give the people exactly what they want, right? So on these uploads, we don't pull no punches, no hay pelos en la pinche lengua. If anyone gets offended, me vale absolute madre, that's on you. But maybe these reactions are not for you, right? Go back and look at the intro video and it'll let you know how we're sorting out the content. But I appreciate everyone that's on pinche YouTube landia, man. Shout out to you guys. We reignited this Chicanismo. We're pushing this shit in the right direction. No more long ass intros, all right? Let's go ahead and get into it. So you see the title of the caption. That's probably why you clicked on it. And you're like, ¿Qué está pasando por acá, right? Well, you guys messaged me these things. I said, you know what? It's fitting for an upload reaction. So I'm going to go over to a platform. I got it right here in the pinche laptop. It is on IG. It's called Culture Uncensored. Let's react over to this meme. Now, this is a meme coming by way, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe this is either an affiliated page of the Hater World, or maybe one of the admins of the Hater World is running this page, or maybe it's him, cabron, and it's just his pinche página, but it's just another outlet to go ahead and put out more media. Quien say yo? Those things could be true. Those things could not be true. I just don't know. And I'm never going to make shit up or act like I know things that I don't know, right? But let's check this out. If it is coming by way of the Hater World, then this is what the Hater World is saying. You know what? And shout out to him because I haven't seen another Chicano grind as much as I have seen him grind in all of his content, in on all his podcasts. It's a lot of effort, gente. You think motherfucking studios, people dropping 20, 30 racks into studios like this, you think this shit just grows on trees? You think anyone could just go to their bank and pull out 20, 30 racks and build something from the ground up? So I want to commend him for not just his investments into it, but también as a Chicano que le vale madre. Ese way doesn't hold anything back. And I'm talking about the Hater World. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Hater World, the 200 boys, Opina. Shout out to everyone, the whole squad, right? G the Barber. Shout out to G the Barber. Y todos por allá. So, anyways, this is what was on the Culture Uncensored page. I'm going to go ahead and just show it to you. Let me see if you guys can see it right there. And this is what the cabron says right here, right? He says, you know what? I'm Mexican as beep. No, just kidding. I'm Mexican as FUK, right? I'm not Latino. Is he throwing a punch? Oh no, no, he's pointing a finger. He's saying, no, you guys are Latinos. I'm not a Latino. He see the finger's pointing right back at you, cabrón. It's you, okay, not him. He says, I'm not Latino. Get that twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm not Hispanic. I'm not Chicano, though you heard me just call him right now a couple times Chicano. We'll get to that right now. I'm tired of you watered down ass fools claiming Chicano. Boom, with the bullseye and the Culture Uncensored logo right there and right behind it. So let's go ahead and break this shit down to the ground. All right. So, anyways, again, shout out to Hater World. Shout out to the Hater World squad. Uh, and I appreciate you, Way. Every once in a while, you pop in the pinchy chat. You already know what it is. This is the internet. This is what we do, Way. We're gonna react, right? I've heard him say it many times. You know what? You don't want people to react, then don't put shit out there on the internet. Because once you become a public figure or start putting things on the internet, you definitely will be scrutinized. So don't cry. Don't turn into a little crybaby, whining little weenie when you go ahead and you're the one that's putting your business out there on the internet, but you don't want people to react to it. It doesn't work that way. It just simply doesn't, right? Not on the internet. This is a space right here for 100% entertainment. Is not for tough guys. It's not for Billy badasses. You're never gonna be able to gauge on the internet quién es quién. Uh, you have to have spider sense in real life to actually know who is who. You can feel people's energy. Of course, people are known and their reputation precedes them most of the times in real life. But here on the internet, you could be whoever you want. You can be a watered down ass fool, like the hater world says right here. All right, let's break this shit down. All right. So, anyways, he's saying he's Mexicano as fuck, right? I like that because he's just a prideful pinche cabron, right? I've said this time and time again. I said, look, listen, the cultura, mi cultura, que in essence is Mexicana, la cultura, okay? Chicanos just, and I'm first generation, we happen to be blessed to still have the strongest ties to having being grown up in households where our heritage was still Mexican. It wasn't watered down ass fucking Mexican, que second generation, third, fourth, and up. Don't get mad if you are that. You didn't choose it if you are that neither, anyways. I didn't choose to be first. You could have, I could have been fifth generation, first generation. So don't get offended. And if you do, pues it is what it is, right? I'm gonna speak the facts. Us first generation Chicanos, first generation Mexican Americans still had that Mexican experience 100%. Our parents, our mothers still wearing huaraches, manteles, cooking home cooked tortillas frescas, and all that shit was still our experience. So when you boil it down, cabron, you know, Chicanos, when you boil us down, especially first generation, we're Mexican to the bone. That's it. That's the heritage. Okay. But I like what you said. Let's keep it going because you started pointing the finger at some cabrones. You want to point the finger? Let's point the finger, cabrones. And you guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, there's the QR code right there up here. Go ahead and hit that QR code, scan that QR code, and sub up to the channel and run those numbers up if you love these reactions, Brown Issue solo lives, or you like the panels where it's just the kickback and the Alisal homies are in the house. Talking grown ass shit, elevation and grown ass issues, right? You guys see the shorts, you can tell. He's not Latino. I don't like that word Latino. I don't. There's actually a place, Latin, okay? And that's actually over there por Roma. That's on the European continent. So there's actually a Latin people that come from a place that's called that, ¿verdad? They would be Latinos, right? So they've thrown this net over La Raza, over anything brown. They've thrown a net over South America. You guys are Latinos, everyone from South America. Puerto Rico, they throw in this term over Puerto Rico. You guys are Latinos. Cuba, you guys are Latinos. Dominicans, you guys are Latinos. Well, I don't agree with that, but I'm only being technical. Te quieres agüitar? You want to get your panties in a bunch? Well, get your panties in a pinchy bunch. I'm going to tell you exactly what I know to be true. Okay. So, no, I'm not Latino. All right. Then he goes on, he's pointing the finger, pinche hater world. Shout out to you, cabron. He's pointing the finger saying, you, cabrones, not me. I'm Mexican as fuck. You are the pinche Latinos. He's saying, you are the Hispanics. También. Hispanics. Oh, this is kind of like the first example is there's actually a place called Hispania. Okay, again, that's in Europe. Look it up. Fact check me. Comment below if I'm wrong. Shit, well, let me know. You got the comment section below. Comment below if I'm wrong. There's actually a place called Hispania. All right, you would technically be call them only Hispanics. Okay, but they call us Hispanics. I don't like that. You know, it's been too many people putting labels on the can when it comes to the brown people. No one should be able to label the brown people except the brown people. We know what we want. We know what we fucking can do. We know what we're going to call each other. We know how we're going to identify, sort ourselves out, categorize ourselves. We're going to do that. No one out, no güeros are going to do that. Africanos, don't get it twisted. It is what it is. None of these other razas are going to do that except us. So I'm not Hispanic. I don't know Who's Hispanic? Tu abuela. Maybe tu abuela's Hispanic, but not my abuela. My abuelita was about 4 feet tall. Prieta, had the most beautiful face, had long trenzas that almost hit the floor. And I still remember her. And vive aquí en mi corazón, man. She was probably nearly 100% indigenous. And now your boy's 52% indigenous. All right, here we go. But this is where now we're going to spend a little bit more time on the video because he's saying he's Mexican as fuck. And he says, I am not Chicano. Paz, paz, paz. All right, if I had the soundboard turned on, that would have been a good time. I'm not Chicano. Well, um, by the technical definition, you know, I think you are, cabron. I think you maybe just don't embrace it, but that's totally fine, güey. O sea, yo ya sé, güey, que tienes un pinche nopal en la frente como yo, güey, okay? So tú eres mexicano, I get that. You just don't want to identify with that, I get that, by ways of this memes. Again, if this is you, if this is not fucking the hater world, pinche page, and todo este video valió madre, right? Um, if you were first, second, third, fourth, o sea, parents born in Mexico, point blank, simple. But you being born inside of the United States. Now, how can you be second, third, or fourth? Well, it's Chicanos having kids. Because if Chicanos keep having kids, and guess what's keeps getting born? Chicanos. Okay. Now about mixing bloods. We're not gonna get into that, right? That's another pinchy trigger, pinchy subject right there. That people get their panties all up in a bunch, all up in a bunch. So we're not gonna get into that right now. But que no eres Chicano, I think what you mean is you don't want to identify as that shit. You're Mexican to the fucking bone. You got Mexican habits, Mexican traits. You got Mexican fucking slanguage. You got Mexican mañas. Todo eso. I get it, way. I get it, way. Or maybe you're like me, right? Because a lot of people talk shit to me. Oh, Mikey, you ain't Mexican. You ain't Mexican. Yeah? Well, motherfucker, I got a Mexican birth certificate. How about you? Oh, so now I'm more Mexican than you. Oh, but in the comment section, you were more Mexican than me. But now I just told you that I have a Mexican birth certificate, and now you realize, oh, wait a second, Mikey tiene más Mexican huevos than any fucking of you put together. I'm talking about the haters, right? To the haters, the scoffers. All right. And then the last one, because I don't know how long these videos are. We're already been 12 minutes we're on. And this is pretty much pointing the finger, ¿verdad? He's saying, I'm tired of you watered down ass fools claiming Chicano. Paz, paz, paz. All right. Now that could be a personal shot, because este way has been known to get into some guerras online. The hater world is good at stirring the pinchy pot, man. And he le vale madre. O sea, everyone that comes into this comment section, and I'm talking about the net bangers, right? The net bangers we know are softer than fucking Charmin toilet paper, right? They live in their parents' basements, no clecha, because if it had clecha, they wouldn't come on the internet making payasos of themselves. If they had any kind of schooling, it would reflect, right? But we don't want duds on the internet as well with no pinchy personalities, or else who the hell wants to be bored on the internet, right? There's a lot of watered down ass fools. I don't know who he's shooting this at, but there is, again, a lot of fools claiming que son Chicanos, and maybe they're not. I previously put it out there as far as the definition of Chicano, but I've never wanted to get into pinchy confrontations. Maybe I have in the past. I'm not going to say I'm not guilty, but as far as who you identify, hey, if you want to be a fucking unicorn with rainbow hair flying through the fucking air and wearing dresses, but you're a vato, and I don't care about that. I don't care about who you go to bed with. I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about how much money's in your bank account. Those things are not my business. And let's not meddle in other people's business, right? But this is either shooting a shot because a lot of people now are claiming que son Chicanos. Again, we had a big part to do with it. If it wasn't for us coming here on this pinchy internet, Chicano would have been dead, gone, burned, and in a distant memory. Gone, erased. 100% done. We had to come 2 years ago and let people know what this Chicanismo really is in 2026, how we've evolved, how we don't need to roll like we did in the 50s and the 60s. We just need to be in the right positions to make the right power moves and associate with the right people. Okay. But so I don't know who he's talking about as far as you watered down as fools, because maybe he's talking about people that are mixed. That's one example that comes to mind right off the top of my head. Maybe he's talking about people that are mixed, or people that are mixed Mexican blood. That means they're mixed with Mexican and something else. Would you consider them Chicanos? Or let's just even go back to what he's saying. I'm Mexican as fuck. Okay. Would you consider them Mexicans? That means they're half gabachos, miclo, for instance. They're half negro, Drex the Joint, Tommy Guns. I think those two individuals, I believe, are 50-50 mix. Would you consider them to be Mexican or Chicano? However, we use those two synonymously there. Um, would you consider that? Maybe that's what he's talking about, watered down as fools. People just trying to belong, like back in the day where there was just lames that couldn't fit in, right? I'm thinking of like school, right? Maybe not all lames, but just people from just different personalities, and they wanted to belong, right? And that's why a lot of people got put on, right? Because they wanted to belong, they wanted to get inside the group, but shit, to hang out over there, probably got to get jumped in. I don't know. Um, I don't know what he's referring to, you watered down ass fools, but I'm gonna end it by saying this: Chicano and Mexican, we're not gonna be divisive, okay? We're not gonna separate the two, and be like, how many damn brown categories is there, right? Because at the end of the day, here we push unity of la raza. Ultimately, that's what it's about. That's what I'm pushing. That's been me and my work inside the community of Salinas now since 2010. How many years has that been? Going to conferences, doing a lot of civic activity. So the last thing we're trying to do is divide it, right? Divide Mexicans, Chicanos, Paisas. People get mad because I've thrown the term Paisa out there. Oh, Mikey, that's a stereotype. We got to get rid of stereotypes altogether. Well, I mean, I get it, but if you're trying to be politically correct or you're trying to something else, that's not what I try to be. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is and shoot you pinches straight. Mexicans and Chicanos de la misma pinche, están cortados de la misma tela, güey. De la misma tela. Hey, but shout out to the hater world, cabron. Hey, I got amused when I seen this thing. I'm like, no, pues wow, güey. No, pues wow. Well, just get it off your chest. Say what you want to say, cabron. I appreciate you guys. Hey, we got more Chicano reactions coming, you guys. No, pues wow, man. Don't forget to hit that like right there. Hit that pinchy thumbs up. I'll see you on the next episode. I'll catch you on the Brown Issue Lives, a solo, or I'll see you on Chicano Street, or let's just wait till the next upload. Gente, I'm out.